Hi, girlies. Welcome to Rich Girl Energy with Lex. First off the bat, Happy New Year. It is 2025 officially, and it's still crazy to me. It's been a crazy year. I feel like every year is always crazy. But here's another year for us to begin with. And I'm so happy to be starting this podcast journey with you all and just, a lot of self growth, self development, and really finding yourself. And that's what this podcast is really all about is it's about you, and discovering who you are within and the riches within. So let's start off with what is rich girl energy? And to me, it's not about being materialistic. It's about being mentally, physically, spiritually, and personally rich. Rich girl energy is not trying to be like someone else. This energy is to take control of your life instead of letting others control it for you. And so, a little bit of my background. I feel like I'm a huge believer of practice. Like, practice is so vital in order to achieve what you want. Like, you could be lucky and have one shot at it and get it right away. But what are the chances with, that luck happening again? And so that's why I am a huge believer of practice. You always have to practice in order to, obtain your end goal. And, like growing up, I was always quiet and shy because I grew up in an environment where expressing yourself wasn't normalized, and so I didn't know how to talk or interact. I was socially awkward, and it was like really bad to the point where I just didn't really know how to be around people, or I didn't know how to respond, especially when it came to small talk. I just dreaded that. I was like, please don't ask me about my day. Please don't ask me about anything. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to respond. But I could say that practicing really, really helped me because now I feel like I'm a master of small talk. Because when you think about it, small talk is really not small talk. It's just literally talking. Like, you can ask about someone's day and then just like keep going, like extrapolate with a day. Like, I will just go into like, I just used this example this past weekend too, where I was like, yeah, small talk is where, like you're at work, you're in the break room, you're eating your lunch, and then someone just comes in and you're like, damn, now I gotta like talk to that person. And so for me, I don't feel like that anymore. I just go into the break room. I'm like, oh, hi, how's your day? How's it going? Oh, what are you having for lunch? Oh, it looks good. And then like you just start like getting it more into the conversation. But I think for me, what I'm struggling with right now is knowing when to end the conversation. Like, I I feel like I could be like a really big yapper. Like, I could keep going on and on and on. But then I think like, I guess I just kind of have like an anxiety where I'm thinking, oh no, what if like they still want me to talk to them, or like they want me to say something, or I should say something to fill in that silence. And so I just like get those thoughts where I'm like, maybe I should say something to them. Like, I don't know, maybe they want me to ask them about this and that. Da, da, da. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of like, I don't really know how to explain it, but it's just kind of like that. But yeah, I feel like I'm still trying to find when to stop the conversation because, like I said, I don't know. I just became a yapper. I can just keep going on and on and on. But there is an off button on me, y'all. I swear there is. I just gotta like detect it because I know how to like instantly go mute. Like, if we gotta be quiet, then I will be quiet. I'll be like, I'm not talking. But like if we're having a conversation, we're just gonna keep going on and on and on. Like I could just keep on going on and on and on. But yeah, just have to have those sensors on when to stop talking. But I think it's like a good thing that people can carry conversations as well, because sometimes it gets awkward and no one really knows what to say. And so, at least you have that friend yapper that can like carry on the conversation or carry on the situation because it gets awkward. So for me, getting to be a yapper, it took a lot of practice, you guys. And now I'm learning how to find my off button to be like, okay, we're done talking. So, yeah, everything is always practice, but, just take it as a grain of salt and go as you go. But yeah, just like looking back, at when I was like so socially awkward and scared, some situations like going up and sharpening my pencil in class, I was so afraid of that. I was so scared because I'm like, you know what? I don't want to draw attention. Like, I felt like I just wanted to be in my own little bubble and just like no one noticed me. Like, I wanted to, Harry Potter, the invisible cloak they had. I wanted to wear that and just be in that forever because I'm like, I don't want people to see me. I don't want to see people. I just want to be by myself all the time. And so that's like how awkward I was, and especially with raising my hand in class, because like I said, I don't want people to see me. I don't want people to hear me. I don't want to see them. I don't want to hear them too. I just didn't know what to say. And, like when the teacher would call on me, I would be like, and I wouldn't even raise my hand because, the teacher would just like pick on you. And I would be so shy and awkward. Like my face would get so hot and I would turn red. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know what to say. Like I know the answer, but I was just so afraid to talk because I didn't know how to express myself and I didn't really know how to, I guess, construct my sentences verbally. Like mentally it's there, but verbally, like how do I get it out, And so those were just some instances. And honestly, I just kind of felt like I wanted to be, the stereotypical Asian girl that was just quiet, just to get by with school and everything. And just like, just live up to that expectation because I didn't know what expectation I was setting for myself. Like I didn't have any expectations for myself because I didn't know myself. I didn't know myself enough to what I wanted or what like my desires or dreams were. I just kind of felt like I was just existing because I wasn't really living and I didn't really know how to live. And I know that sounds kind of sad, but not to make it sound sad. Like, I was still finding myself, especially when you're at such a young age, like in high school, you don't really know yourself. And for me, I was at a complete loss because I just didn't really know myself. And all I knew was just go to school, get good grades, go back home, do chores, and live a quiet life. Like that was just really all what I knew. But I didn't know what I wanted, what my expectation was. And so that's why we have this podcast, to really explore yourself and see who you really are. Because even though, you don't know what you want right now, as you keep on digging within and just finding what you like and what you don't like, that is the person that you become. And I feel like, as you get older, you realize these things more and you get more like epiphanies. Like I feel like, I'm 25 now and I be getting more life realizations and life epiphanies more than I've ever had when I was 16 or even like 18. Like even when you're 18 and you think you're an adult, trust me, yeah, you got the privilege to drive, you have your driver's license, and you are a legal adult. But trust me, like mentally, it's just not there. I don't really know how to explain it. Basically, it's kind of like, what is that called? Your frontal lobe. Yeah. Your frontal lobe is just not completely developed yet. I don't know. I feel like they changed the frontal lobe age at like 26 or something, but I feel like my frontal lobe has already fully developed because I just feel like I just know so much about myself now. And that's the thing. Like, you don't know everything about life when your frontal lobe is developed, but you know a lot about yourself. Like, you're just like, you know what makes you tick, you know like what makes you not tick and everything like that. So it's a very crazy age when you are 25 versus 16. But yeah, like being that stereotypical Asian girl, that was just who I really wanted to be because that's what I just knew. And that was me externally. But, you know, internally, I actually wanted to be more than that. I wanted to have ambition, I wanted to be independent, and I wanted to be the best, but I didn't know how to do that and I didn't know how to get there because I was always taught to just, you know, be that quiet girl and just, live life by, and that's basically it. But, that that didn't fit with me. And that's when I started realizing I had to set expectations for myself and rules, and so I practiced. So right after I graduated high school, I went to college, and my first year of college I lived in the dorms, and that was when I really experienced my independence, and that was something that I craved. I knew that I wanted my independence so bad when I was already in middle school, but I just didn't know how to get that, until I entered college and I finally got a taste of independence. And that was when I was really taking off because I was starting to figure out things that I liked for myself and I didn't like. And I started pursuing, just like my own passion, and just really understanding boundaries and everything like that, because I never knew about boundaries. I never knew about passion. I never really knew about myself until I got into college. And I met so many new people too, and that definitely added more perspective in my life. And so basically, I started a new era on who I was, and I was no longer that little quiet girl. Like, that girl, when I look back, I'm just like, damn, Lex, like you grew a lot. And I never looked like this. If you guys are watching on YouTube or on Spotify, I never looked like this. I was literally like that typical Asian girl that was just so quiet, hoodie, jeans. My hair was always super messy, no makeup. I was literally a tomboy. And yeah, I just look back and I'm like, wow, I really grew my potential, and I really grew, or I really like learned who I am, and I'm still learning till this day, and I'm just really proud of my progress. And you know, I grew my energy to find the treasures within me that enriches me to who I am, which is a rich girl. So that's what this podcast is really all about, is finding the riches within yourself, because you have so much potential that you still have to tap into. And so just always know that where you are right now, whether you like it or not, trust me, it gets better. And this podcast is here to help you get there. And even though, things may go south, because this is a lesson for me, like that I had to learn the hard way. Like, even though things go south and you're just like, I can't, like, I'm done, I'm at a dead end, and this is just the worst. Trust me, things are actually smaller than they actually are. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Yes, it sucks now, but it will not suck later. So join me as we find the riches within ourselves with this rich girl energy. And thank you so much for tuning in to my first episode on what is rich girl energy. I will see you guys, I think like 3 or 4 weeks from now on. Still trying to remember the schedule and everything. But don't forget to tune in to our main show, Modern Monk Girl, next Wednesday, and then Emmy's Diaries the next Wednesday. So thank you so much for watching, girlies. You can find Modern Monk Girl on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, YouTube, and you can find me at Lex Galaxy on Instagram, TikTok, but instead of the L in Galaxy, it's the number 1. And then I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, have a fantastic day. Happy New Year's. Let's start out this year strong and end strong as well. Let's get this rich girl energy on. See you soon, girlies.